Exodus 28. I swear to God, if this is another chapter where God gives us elaborate instructions on how to make him a tabernacle or courtyard, I'm just gonna go off on everyone's firstborns. The good news is that we are not doing that. The bad news is that God now wants to tell us what to wear. Have Aaron, your brother, brought to you from among the Israelites, along with his sons Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar, so they may serve me as priests. Make sacred garments for your brother Aaron, to give him dignity and honor. Tell all the skilled workers to whom I have given wisdom in such matters that they are to make garments for Aaron, for his consecration, so he may serve me as priest. These are the garments they are to make: a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a woven tunic, a turban, and a sash. They are to make these sacred garments for your brother Aaron and his sons, so they may serve me as priests. Have them use gold and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and fine linen. A robe, a sash, and a turban. It's like all the other gods threw in their own requests. Why bother with the costume anyway? God is implying that if you don't dress properly, you can't serve him. Which is very arrogant. I mean, it shouldn't matter what you wear. But God is very demanding of his slaves. An ephod, by the way, is like a fancy shirt without sleeves, because sleeves are blasphemous. Make the ephod of gold, and of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and of finely twisted linen, the work of skilled hands. It is to have 2 shoulder pieces attached to 2 of its corners, so it can be fastened. Its skillfully woven waistband is to be like it, of 1 piece with the ephod, and made with gold and with blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and with finely twisted linen. Just give them the costume, God. This isn't Stitch Fix. Don't give recommendations, then send everything back if you don't like it. Have you ever listened to someone drone on and on and on about their favorite book, and you're just thinking, okay, I don't care. I'm glad you like something and know every detail about it, but nobody else is paying attention. Especially not me. Take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel in the order of their birth. 6 names on one stone, and the remaining 6 on the other. Engrave the names of the sons of Israel on the 2 stones the way a gem cutter engraves a seal. Then mount the stones in gold filigree settings and fasten them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel. Aaron is to bear the names on his shoulders as a memorial before the Lord. Make gold filigree settings and 2 braided chains of pure gold, like a rope, and attach the chains to the settings. See, this is what happens when you never say no to a spoiled child. He just keeps wanting more and more. At what point is God gonna say, I'm good? Now, what do you want? How is it that the same God who told Moses to reject idolatry now wants Moses to honor the tribes of Israel with engraved stones? Fashion a breastpiece for making decisions, the work of skilled hands. Make it like the ephod, of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and of finely twisted linen. It is to be square, a span long and a span wide, and folded double. Then mount 4 rows of precious stones on it. The first row shall be carnelian, chrysolite, and beryl. The second row shall be turquoise, lapis lazuli, and emerald. The third row shall be jacinth and agate and amethyst. The fourth row shall be topaz, onyx, and jasper. Mount them in gold filigree settings. There are to be 12 stones, 1 for each of the names of the sons of Israel, each engraved like a seal with the names of one of the 12 tribes. Good Lord, buying an engagement ring is less dramatic than this. God doesn't just want fancy stones in the breastplate, he wants specific, unique stones. Like, he hasn't put the people through enough already. Now they need to go jewelry shopping. Why do you even need a breastplate for making decisions? Just make decisions yourself. You can do that naked if you want. There's a Bible scholar who tried to explain the significance of all the different precious stones by basically saying they have no real meaning, but they sound impressive, which was probably the point. Which is seriously the entire Bible in a nutshell. No substance, but a lot of language meant to evoke a response. Just a second ago, God wanted 6 tribes per onyx stone. Now, God wants each tribe to get their own stone. I mean, that escalated quickly. For the breastpiece, make braided chains of pure gold, like a rope. Make 2 gold rings for it, and fasten them to 2 corners of the breastpiece. Fasten the 2 gold chains to the rings at the corners of the breastpiece, and the other ends of the chains to the 2 settings, attaching them to the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front. Make 2 gold rings and attach them to the other 2 corners of the breastpiece on the inside edge next to the ephod. Make 2 more gold rings and attach them to the bottom of the shoulder pieces on the front of the ephod, close to the seam just above the waistband of the ephod. The rings of the breastpiece are to be tied to the rings of the ephod with blue cord, connecting it to the waistband so that the breastpiece will not swing out from the ephod. Braided chains of gold. This isn't just excessive, it's stupid. There are children starving all over the world, but God needs his bling. Whenever Aaron enters the holy place, he will bear the names of the sons of Israel over his heart on the breastpiece of decision as a continuing memorial before the Lord. Also, put the Urim and the Thummim in the breastpiece, so they may be over Aaron's heart whenever he enters the presence of the Lord. Thus, Aaron will always bear the means of making decisions for the Israelites over his heart before the Lord. You don't need physical symbols to honor the Lord. Just think about them. It's fine. I'll be honest, I have no idea what Urim and Thummim are. I mean, they could be miniature people. Maybe fruit. Maybe God's just trying to test us to see if we're listening by throwing in nonsense words and just seeing if anyone dares to question him about it. Make the robe of the ephod entirely of blue cloth, with an opening for the head in its center. There shall be a woven edge like a collar around this opening, so that it will not tear. Make pomegranates of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn around the hem of the robe with gold bells between them. The gold bells and the pomegranates are to alternate around the hem of the robe. Aaron must wear it when he ministers. The sound of the bells will be heard when he enters the holy place before the Lord and when he comes out, so that he will not die. He won't die, but all of us will if we have to sit through more of this. Make a plate of pure gold and engrave on it as on a seal, holy to the Lord. Fasten a blue cord to it to attach it to the turban. It is to be on the front of the turban. It will be on Aaron's forehead, and he will bear the guilt involved in the sacred gifts the Israelites consecrate, whatever their gifts may be. It will be on Aaron's forehead continually, so that they will be acceptable to the Lord. Weave the tunic of fine linen, and make the turban of fine linen. The sash is to be the work of an embroiderer. Make tunics, sashes, and caps for Aaron's sons to give them dignity and honor. After you put these clothes on your brother Aaron and his sons, anoint and ordain them. Consecrate them so they may serve me as priests. God's been talking for a really long time. I'm kind of amazed he hasn't stopped to ask for water. Make linen undergarments as a covering for the body, reaching from the waist to the thigh. Aaron and his sons must wear them whenever they enter the tent of meeting or approach the altar to minister in the holy place, so that they will not incur guilt and die. This is to be a lasting ordinance for Aaron and his descendants. Oh good, magic underwear. That's what we need, because you shouldn't enter church while going commando. Thank you for that reminder, God. Remember when God gave us the 10 commandments, and then the 1,000 mini commandments, and then the 10,000 mini commandments? I'm just saying, if you're an atheist, you don't have to accept any of this. Like, you can just run with the no murder rule and skip the rest. It is way easier.